It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Cleveland Browns. And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. Returning it from the 4. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
After winning the national title at Clemson and early success at Houston, there's no question that Deshaun's career has been slowed by some injuries and other challenges. But when he is on the field, at every level he's ever played, he's just got a calm. And that calm comes with the trusting of talent that he has in himself. He knows how to run, he knows how to throw, and when he's available, he's still a difference maker.
They begin the drive with Chubb. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
From the gun, Watson. That's complete, David Njoku. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Watson looking to throw. That's Tillman. He's got it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even two defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
2nd and 3. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Sticking to the air with Watson. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
They sure are moving in early, Brock. Here's a new set of downs at the opposing 43. Watson now off play action. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now give right side to Chubb. And he'll get this down to the 40. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. Great-looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Sent him right up the middle, and he blocked it. Has a hole left, room to run. All the way, touchdown, Indy! The Colts take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Onto the field comes the Browns offense for the second time. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. Second and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, here's Watson. It's complete to Ford. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. The rookie out of UCLA in on the stop.
Simply put, Kate, that's just job well done by the defense. You get a completion on 2nd down and go backwards, that's some pretty superhuman effort and want to from this defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Short side option here. He's running left. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's Chubb up the middle. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. From the 38. Finds Judy near the sideline.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Here's Watson to the air. Moore's got it. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Watson on 1st and 10. He's got it at the 6. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Chubb will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. 3 yards to pick up that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Watson. Into traffic, complete. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here we go, 4th and goal inside the 1. They're gonna run for it with Chubb. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Browns earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that, that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns tie this game 7-7. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Josh Downs to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession, bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida, a super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
I don't think it's hyperbole to say that when Anthony Richardson came out of the draft out of Florida, He was the greatest all-around athlete we'd ever seen at quarterback. 240 pounds, running 4.4, jumping 40 inches. He was the envy of defensive ends and linebackers that couldn't put up those numbers. Now, it's taken all those athletic traits and squeezing them into the quarterback position, maximizing all that physical talent to become the superstar he can be.
A quick slant into the hands of Downs. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I think one of my first welcome to the NFL moments, Kate, was my first rookie mini camp. And in the West Coast system, and Mike Holmgren, who taught like Bill Walsh, it wasn't just getting a completion. It was putting it right on the spot so the receiver could do damage like we just saw.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Hauled in by Downs. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Third and just 2 to go. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. He has the first over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. Cut near the goal line. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. Well, whether he stays the go-to guy the entire game, we will all judge together. But no doubt about it on that opening drive, Brock, he was the star. Bunch of catches and a touchdown to begin this one.
Yeah, I think this is twofold. Number one, you love to get this guy started early. He's a playmaker. He's a difference maker. Number two, this defense, well, they better be on high alert because this offense feels like they have a matchup they can attack, and that time attack a third time for 6.
Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. To return, Jerome Ford. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Browns taking the field with barely any time left in this opening half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. First and 10, here's Watson. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a cornerback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Looking to throw. Connection made to Judy. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing is Watson. A massive shot towards the end zone. And oh, he got it. Interception. Picked up by Jalen Jones. We've reached halftime. The Colts on the road and enjoying a nice little lead here. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Hewitt.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Hopkins has it on the tee, and he's ready to send it flying. Downs on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Indianapolis offense headed out for their second drive of the game. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early, and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Pittman sent in motion right. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Second and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. They'll run here following the penalty. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. Only a yard there, so they'll be staring down 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Forced it. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
And the Browns bringing out some extra defensive backs. We've got dime on 3rd down. and force a fourth down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Colts going to kick this away now on fourth, and it's Rigoberto Sanchez on for the punt. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Browns will go on offense. Back out now comes the Browns offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Second half's going to start with a run by Chubb. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. From the gun, Watson. Got a man, it's Njoku. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Chubb. Has the 1st and more past midfield. And he's all the way down to the 36. A gain of 27 yards there. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st down, ball at the 36. Receiver in motion, headed right. They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll be stopped after getting this down to the 31. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's 4. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. Three quarters in the books from this one. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Judy will go in motion right. The give inside to Chubb. And he'll go down here at the 16. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Man, offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A give up the middle to 4. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one's incomplete in the end zone. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
They motion the tight end over. They go with Chubb here. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. Ball spotted right back at the line, so no gain. And now they've got to get 9 on 3rd and goal.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Back to throw it. He's got it. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. He'll throw it. On the move. And he's going to go down. They get to him on 4th and goal and complete the defensive stand.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home. And boy, did they ever in a big moment.
Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Colts feeling lucky with a 7-point lead. They're now set for 1st and 10. Taylor again. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. First and 10 from the 41. They go again with Taylor. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Second and 6 coming up here. They give to Taylor, right side. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they eschewed the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming. And, boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Looking to throw. Taylor makes the catch. And he's brought down for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
The Colts ready for the punt. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Setting up to pass. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now. Looking for a target. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, that's an example right there where you just simply got to be on the same page with each other and get both ends of the play right to execute. They want that one back.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. One final shot here. And they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one. So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.